Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Jeremy Ma, and I am many things. I'm a computer programmer here at CVS Caremark. I'm a Christian, active in my church. What you may not know already about me is I'm also a dancer. These three things describe me the best, and all three of these things started in college. Even before college, though, I knew I was going to be a computer science major. I always loved using computers. And I always try to stay up to date with the latest tech, even if it sounds like a really stupid idea. I took programming in high school. I really loved how just by writing simple commands, you could do anything I wanted. I could do anything I wanted. The amount of versatility that a computer could give you gave me so much creative freedom. I could make a small game if I wanted to, and I can also make the game say really rude things to the players while they play. Because of this, I chose computer science at DePaul. DePaul is a Catholic university. You can just tell by looking at the campus. They have a really large church, and it's led by their own ministry called Catholic Campus Ministry, or CCM for short. And that ministry is comprised of students and faculty alike. Now, up until the end of high school, I never really thought about religion. It never really came up, and I didn't really have any importance attached to it. Now that I lived at DePaul for a few weeks, I really think that's a good idea to explore in Catholicism, and I didn't want to be agnostic anymore. Eventually, I started going to their masses, and after more time, I joined their choir, and I sang. Before sophomore year ended, I talked with a CCM leader about becoming Catholic. I heard from friends it was going to be a lot of work. They told me about a program called the Rite of Christian Initiation for Adults, or RCIA. The leaders confirmed it was going to be a lot of work. It would take at least a year of studying, and it was just too much for me. That summer, I talked to an old friend from high school, Victoria. She's a very Christian fellow back on my bus. I asked her about RCIA. She told me she never heard of it. And then I asked, well, then how do people get baptized in your church? She said, well, they just take a baptism class for a few weeks. And after some time, they get baptized. And then I said, oh, well, that sounds a lot easier. So I joined their church. After attending for a while, I decided to join their ministry. I wasn't singing anymore, but I still played a part in music. I managed everything to do with the soundboard, making sure that the band sounds good, and making sure that nothing's too loud, there's no feedback, and everything sounds great. I took a baptism class for a few weeks, and I was baptized on September 11, 2011. Let's go back to college again. In freshman year, I participated in several weekend retreats that CCM provided. In one of the weekend retreats, however, we had a lot of free time on Saturday. So some of the other participants, they decided to take an iPod, put on some swing music, and just start dancing. I was just watching it. It looked like a lot of fun. I thought to myself, hey, I want to be like that guy. So I went up to them, and they tried to teach me some moves, but I just couldn't learn it. They invited me to the DePaul Swing Society, and that's where I learned my first steps. That was over 4 years ago, and I still dance today. I dance all around Chicagoland, from downtown to Naperville to Willow Springs, and it's always a fun time. Well, there you go. Those are the three biggest things about me. I'm a computer programmer with a computer science degree from DePaul University. I actively participate in my church's ministry behind the soundboard. and I go dancing whenever I can. My name is Jeremy Ma, and I am many things. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.